Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a pick a card reading for the lessons that your spirit guides want you to learn from or during this Mercury retrograde period that we experienced from October 31st through November 20th. So what lessons did your soul or does your soul want you to learn during this Mercury retrograde period? Now, I am doing this pick a card reading in about the middle towards the end of Mercury retrograde, but whenever you guys stumble upon this reading, it is exactly when you were meant to hear it. So I'm just going to ask that you guys give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, comment and share at the end of the video if and only if that's something you like to do. Now I have 3 piles and they are all, if you like to choose with a stone, we first have Labradorite for pile 1, we have Amethyst for pile 2, and then we have Quartz for pile 3. So take a moment, even pause the video if you like, and choose a pile. Pile 1, Labradorite. Pile 2, Amethyst. Pile 3, Quartz. Okay, so we are going to get started with pile 1 for the Labradorite. Okay, what lessons did your soul want you to learn during this Mercury retrograde period? All right, so let's start with your tarot cards. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the 3 of Wands. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Cups. And we have the Fool. Very nice. Your angel healing with the angels card is music. Your animal spirit cards are, very nice, Panther spirit and Canary spirit. Oh, your crystal, polychrome jasper. We also have self-discipline. Okay, we have forgiveness. We have abundance, very nice. And we have service. And our final card is Soulcraft. Okay, very nice, you guys. Very interesting cards that have come out. I do want to notice sort of this intensity with this red and this brown color coming out in your reading. So this is something that you're very passionate about. And, you know, you're working on trying to bring in love and abundance into your life. Starting off with your soul's journey cards, we have abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So some of you may be working with law of attraction. And remember, you have to vibrate at the level at which you want to attract things at the same vibration. And service, I feel good when I can help others. Immediately, just from these 2 cards, the message I'm getting from your soul is really learning about that balance. I'm seeing the 6 of Pentacles in my mind's eye, even though I don't think it came out in your tarot, but it's all about giving and receiving. And remember, in order to attract whatever it might be, love or abundance, if you give 10% to the universe, you will get tenfold back. And that 10% doesn't have to be money, it doesn't have to be energy, it doesn't have to be time, it can be any one of all of those things, okay? So if you give 10%, all right, expect to receive, okay, so much abundance and tenfold back. All right. We have self-discipline. So I get that many of you working on during this Mercury retrograde period and going inward, working with self-discipline. The green really lets me know this has to do with finance and or health. Finances, abundance, and or health. And then we have forgiveness. I want you to really forgive yourself. How are you taking care of yourself? Are you being kind to yourself during this time of change and transformation and going inward? Okay, so let's take a look at your tarot cards. We have the Page of Swords. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the 3 of Wands. we have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Five of Cups, and we have the Fool. Okay, so I'm getting for many of you, not only are you completing a cycle, but you're starting out something new. Okay, or maybe during Mercury retrograde or right before Mercury retrograde, you might have tried to start something. Now remember, Mercury retrograde isn't necessarily that time to start something. And since we are in the Scorpio period, I love this imagery of the butterfly, that, you know, it is a transformative period, but you may have tried to start something, and I'm getting that it was quite disappointing for you. With the Five of Cups. Did I see the Five of Cups? Yes, sorry. So I feel like you tried to start something new here, and it didn't really go as it was planned. Okay, and I'm getting for some of you, it may have been before Mercury retrograde. And when Mercury is direct, it's all about go, go, go. But in Mercury retrograde, it's a stalling period, but sort of a built-in meditation period. So I feel like you felt really disappointed by not being able to attract what it is that you really wanted, okay? And I get that you were saying, you know, you were being really disciplined, you were following all the steps, and you just weren't seeing the results that you wanted, all right? And the message here, you know, is the lesson here is forgive yourself. Okay, the timing wasn't quite right. Divine timing is definitely at work here with the Seven of Pentacles. This is going to be a longer journey. This transformation, whatever it is that you started out on, if you're working, you know, on taking a relationship to a new level or bringing in about abundance, remember that, you know, this is you've just planted the seeds. And because we're going through this scorpionic energy, it's really important that you remember the cycles of life: planting, harvesting, and then decay. All right. And Mercury retrograde is a time, you know, people do get frustrated because we don't have that forward movement or momentum. Okay. But Spirit does say to you, look, there is, you know, Three of Wands. This is expansion. This is growth. Whatever that you set out to do, whatever your journey was, whether it's business, whether it's love, okay, whether it's health, whether it's exercise or what have you, okay, you're going to have to cut away. Okay, you're going to have to cut away those feelings of disappointment because it's going to be a longer journey. So if you've experienced delays or interruptions or something like that, it's all part of the divine plan. The Page of Swords is also, this is like this fast moving energy that you want it to happen fast. Now it will, but not right now. And the Page of Swords is all about preparation. It's all about messages. It could be that there was a miscommunication involved, that some sort of setback with you really wanting to charge forward. Okay, but Mercury retrograde saying, hey, patience here is your greatest lesson. Expansion and growth is definitely in the cards for you, so don't worry. Remember, divine timing is at work here for you. And then we have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is definitely travel, movement. All of this is coming to you, but just as soon as we get out of Mercury retrograde. Okay, and this is, you know, these wands, this is also being detached from the outcome. You've done all of the work. Okay, I get that you've been very self-disciplined. Forgive yourself. You might be, I feel like some of you are really in a moment of self-doubt, like, you know, why did you do it that way? Oh, I messed it up. But remember that you are a limitless being and you can manifest whatever you want. Okay, but it's also all about being patient, and those arrows, when you let them fly, and if you try not to micromanage them, they will fly as fast as they want and they will land wherever they want. And that's up to the universe. That's not up to you, but you've done the work. So please be patient and cut away any of that disappointment that you might be experiencing. Now, right away, the Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. Again, I'm getting this sense that you have to forgive yourself. You're really down on yourself about something that you've done or not seeing the results that you wanted to. Okay, but you're really going to have to step into your power and reclaim it. The Panther Spirit for me is very divine feminine energy. On top of the Panther, we have the Canary Spirit. Sing your own song. So remember, you are on your own journey, run your own race. If you guys are comparing yourself to others, if you are comparing yourself to maybe, you know, the abundance that others are receiving or the journey that somebody else is on, it is not going to do you any favors. Now, I do get here that I am speaking to somebody also where music is extremely important. So some of you might be musicians, some of you might be, I'm getting music teachers, okay, but singing and music is very, very important to you. We have this flute coming out, okay, and we have music. You may also be receiving messages from your spirit guides through music and through song. A lot of times I like to turn on the radio and see what messages my angels have for me, especially if I've asked for an answer. So it has to be something like, please, I need an answer to this, or I would like to know X, Y, and Z, and please give me, please provide me an answer or a sign today. And then I'll turn on the radio, and oftentimes that's where I get my message. So some of you might be doing something very, very similarly. All right, and then you guys have Polychrome Jasper coming out, number 31. Now, Polychrome Jasper, and I'm reading from the book here, is a shaman stone that assists with traveling between worlds, offering protection while you travel. It helps you to remember why you are living on Earth. Okay, and we do get this travel energy with this Eight of Wands. Okay, it's a very earthy energy. It really speaks to Leo, Libra, and Aquarius, which you may have in your chart, or you may have those energies surrounding you. And it tells you that big changes are in the offing. So concentrate on practical outcomes, be down to earth, but pay attention to dreams, balance your emotional energies, and nurture yourself to find joy. Find your power ally and stay under its protection and guidance. Give assistance to others who seek freedom. Guard against giving away your power. Wow. And definitely for some of you, this Panther spirit is reclaim your power. So make sure you haven't been giving your power away. And if you've recognized that you were giving your power away, forgive yourself and also forgive the people that you were doing so. Okay, because I see really, really great things coming to you. Now, the final message from the secret language of light is soulcraft. Okay, and this message here for you is that the thoughts, ideas, and topics you incessantly discuss are crafting your life. So focus on the ones that make your heart smile. You're ready to receive answers from your soul about any topics, thoughts, or ideas you want to change. Be wise in your crafting, and the path of least resistance will call you. Different soul vibrations will inspire different actions. If you're feeling tired, your inspired action will be to rest or sleep. If you are feeling love, you will be inspired to do things that emulate love in your day. We all sense with our soul, but often override it with the rational mind. Trust your soul is bringing you the most up-to-date information. Okay, so for those of you who chose the Labradorite, those are the messages and the lessons that your soul wanted you to learn during this Mercury retrograde period. Okay, excellent. I'm going to move on now to all right, now we're going to move on to the amethyst. All right, so the cards that you guys got for amethyst was the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Hierophant, the Knight of Pentacles, okay, the Ten of Pentacles, and Strength. Really, really strong cards coming out here. You guys have abundance coming out. All right, you guys also have Giraffe Spirit, see the big picture, Skunk Spirit, know your worth. You have number 30, I don't know how to pronounce that, Ahoy, I don't know, I could be butchering that. Number 5, Chance. Number 9, Completion. Very good. Honesty, Success. Wow, I'm noticing all of the purple coming out here. And Authentic Truth. Very nice energy coming out here for you guys. So let's take a look at, first of all, your sacred geometry cards. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Okay, very interesting. So I'm getting here right away that standing in your truth is super important. I'm also seeing color-wise, I'm seeing a lot of purple here. So I'm seeing a lot of your crown chakra. So really opening up to, the messages that you're getting, your intuition, and all of the spiritual downloads that you've been receiving at this really important time. Remember, we had 11/1, November 1st, all the way until 11/11, which is a really great time of healing and transformation. We get number 5, so a lot of change. So we're going through the scorpionic energy. All of this blue also reminds me of water, emotions, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then we also have completion. So you're coming up to the completion of a phase and a real transformative period for you. All right. And it looks like with your angel card, with success and abundance coming out, you standing in your truth. Okay, you can't always expect the truth from others, and you may have realized that during this Mercury retrograde period, but you know that you can always expect it from yourself. Okay, so standing in your truth is going to bring you success and abundance. Okay, some of you may be working with law of attraction here. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at your tarot cards. So we have the 6 of Pentacles. That's all about balance, about giving and receiving. And then we also have the Ace of Cups, a blessing, something that you are really emotionally attached to, something you've been asking for. It can be love, it can be a relationship. It could be a higher commitment because we do have the Hierophant card coming out. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so you're doing all the work, all the planning, and you're really sticking to it. The 10 of Pentacles, abundance, happy family, and strength. Okay, really, really nice energies here. So Six of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, all about giving and receiving. And if this could be in a financial manner, so remember that the world is like your church, so we are required to tithe. So give 10%. Now, this could be your finances, it could be your energy, it could be love. And I really want you, and I think, your soul wants you to pay attention to how you give and receive love. That may have been a theme for you during this Mercury retrograde period. I'm getting that it's love, it's something that you're very emotionally attached to, and it very well could be tied to your abundance. So it could be like a family business, you could be in business with a loved one. It could be that, your wealth with your partner, and vice versa. But you definitely have been given a blessing here. Okay, and this Ace of Cups is a blessing from the universe, all about love. You're receiving all of this water. This cup is being refilled. So remember, Mercury retrograde is a time to refill your cup, experience that love and that abundance that the universe has to offer. Okay, and right now, Mercury when it's direct is all about go, go, go. Mercury in retrograde is a built-in, refreshing, rejuvenating period. So do fill your cup. So when we're out of Mercury retrograde around the 20th, and we're still in the shadows until about December 7th, that you guys can bring and take this relationship to a higher level, because the Hierophant is all about contracts. Now, some of you may be teachers, some of you may be leaders. Okay, this is also somebody who's connecting to the spirit world. So if this doesn't resonate with you in a love relationship, you are connecting with spirit and the spirit world. And this is your soul's message, that this meditation, remember during October 31st, when we entered into Mercury retrograde, the veil was thinning, so we have more spirit communication. And especially with November 11th, also, we're, getting these new light codes and downloads and healing, okay, is really important. So here we have strength. We have Leo coming out, you standing in your strength, you being able to deal with everything. Remember that you have that strength within you. It's that calm. You guys are the eye of the storm. So no matter what is going around you, your soul wants you to say, maybe you guys have had a tumultuous Mercury retrograde, but you know what? You guys are strong. You guys are fixed, and and you are the eye of the storm. So remember that and how powerful you really are. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles, again, there's a lot of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. He's somebody who's doing the work. He's stayed on track regardless. Even if you felt like you have fallen, even if you felt like you might have fallen off the wagon here. Okay, I'm getting that, in the last reading we had forgiveness, but I get that, even if you did, you sort of got back on that horse. It's that saying, get back on that horse that bucked you, that you guys have been really, really fixed on, attaining your goals. And no matter what has been thrown at you during this Mercury retrograde period, you are going to experience health, wealth, and abundance. And this is going to be a huge, huge change for you. We see that, in Mercury retrograde and Scorpio season, season is a sign of transformation, and I get that you guys are really coming up to this completion. And then this 10 of Pentacles, health, wealth, abundance, happy family, okay, is all yours to receive, okay, at the end, because you guys have been doing the work. Success, completion, 10 of Pentacles. I mean, you guys, everything that you've been wanting and working for is coming to you, and your strength and your resolve to continue on with your goals and do what you wanted to, what you set out to do, is going to pay off big time. Giraffe Spirit is asking you to see the big picture. I'm getting here that some of you might be feeling weary from the journey. I get that you guys are very headstrong. You have a lot of resolve to complete whatever it is you set out to do, but do make sure that, you know, when you're feeling really tired, that you're not getting too overly focused with the blinders on here, that, you know, you do see the big picture, okay, and that you know your worth. And I get that some of you are really stepping into that, okay, with this success, with this completion, with this change, and with this honesty, standing in your own truth, okay, not really worrying about others at this time. You guys are running your own race, okay, you're taking things to a new higher level, either spiritually or romantically, and or in a business sense, okay, that's just beautiful. And abundance is going to be your gift, okay, that's going to bring a lot of healing to you. Now we have number 30, okay, this crystal I do not know how to pronounce for you guys. And this is a healing crystal, and your soul would like to remind you that this crystal brings about a profound spiritual revelation, yeah, which we see here with the Hierophant as well, okay, and drawing out karmic wounds. This crystal reframes cellular memory and past contracts. So all of this healing, all of the work that you've been doing, whatever you are completing, is going to be bringing you so much healing, and you are a being of infinite love and compassion. Find your core of ultimate peace and universal love. Release your toxic emotions, replacing them with forgiveness, compassion, and serenity. What you have been through allows you to appreciate the pain of another's path. Do not absorb their pain. Remain dispassionate, detach gracefully, and move on. So put down your burdens, knowing you are a being of light. Resolve conflicts and forgive those who wounded you. Give someone a second chance. Remember that Mercury retrograde is all about second chances, and that someone may be yourself, okay? But for others of you, it is going to be a reconciliation, or you're healing through forgiveness here, okay? Honor your promises, find the best solution for everyone. Let your dispassionate compassion encompass all. Charity or volunteer work is indicated. Okay, very nice. And this is the frequency of this crystal is exceptionally high, and it really speaks to that third eye chakra, your heart, your throat. It's Virgo and Aquarius, and it's keeping an open, compassionate heart. Wow. Okay, very interesting. Your final message is authentic truth. I love that, because here we have this honesty card coming out. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So standing in your truth is your final message here. The number 4, authentic truth card. Okay, and the message for you is the truth will set you free, so long as you recognize there is more than one truth, and that the answers you seek exist beyond the beliefs you hold now. There are many truths in this world. You don't have to believe them all. Just focus on what resonates with you. If you must convince yourself of your beliefs, they are not your truth. Your truth will always fulfill and satisfy. It is unconditional, meaning conditions don't have to change for you to live and feel your truth. There is no right or wrong, but there is cause and effect, or action and reaction. Master yourself, not someone else's processes. Yeah, okay. So honesty, I love that. I love how this is resonating, these cards with each other. When you change your beliefs, your life changes to match it. To do this, you must be aware of how you feel and practice focusing on what makes your heart sing, not shrink. When you align with your truth, you will flow. Feel excited and believe an authentic life is possible. Sorry for the noise. If it is not your truth, you will resist, find it hard to commit, and feel indecisive. Okay, so standing in your own personal truth is going to bring you this success and all of this abundance. All right, so make sure that you know your worth, and that you see the big picture here. This is a great time of change, and these are the messages that your soul wanted you to hear and the lessons your soul wanted you to learn from this Mercury in retrograde period. All right, thank you. Okay, now for those of you who chose the quartz, we have your tarot cards, the Eight of Swords, the Emperor, the Three of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Star. Wow, very interesting cards. Then you guys have Romance. Okay, good. And then we have Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. Wow, Otter Spirit, you are never alone. Labradorite, ooh, I love that. Look at that, these two together. Look at how beautiful that is. And then we have Rebirth, ooh, and we have Health. Very interesting. I love these cards. Adversity, Envy, and then finally we have Soul Tree. Very, very nice. Okay, so first of all, the message that I am receiving here right off the bat, your soul during Mercury retrograde really wants you to know that there is healing coming through love. Okay, and I also get with this Romance card, there could be, and I know many of us are going to hear the sexual healing song, but there may be some sort of sexual healing going on as well. Now, I don't want to scare you guys. I don't want you guys to think that, this might not relate to something that is long lasting. But when you might meet or you might have met someone during Mercury retrograde, and it is a time, it's not a great time to start relationships, but you may have been brought into contact with this person to experience some sort of sexual healing. And know that once that purpose has been served, the relationship might fizzle out, okay? So I'm getting that you're experiencing during this period a real rebirth, okay? But through love, and it may be a longer lasting love, it may just be for some of you that you've met a partner, it was very sexually driven, and that it may fizzle out as soon as Mercury retrograde, or around the time, November 20th through December 7th, once you have been healed. People enter our lives, or we enter people's lives, not always for the long term. And I'm getting that's coming through pretty clear. I'm getting here that you guys have experienced a lot of adversity. So I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. So either Mercury retrograde has been a very difficult time for you, okay, but I'm getting also with your tarot cards briefly when I looked at them that you guys have been through a lot. Okay, and there's envy. There may be envy in your surroundings, but I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So you may have been experiencing envy, and your soul wants you to say, hey, when you feel yourself feeling that way, it's a time to go inward and do sort of a scan and figure out, why do you feel jealous or envious? Especially if you're seeing somebody else who's successful, if it's in business, if it's in love, if it's in relationships, okay, or having to do with family or something like that. And then self-correct, so you don't feel envy anymore. Okay, that's coming through very loud and clear. I am getting that, some of you may have been experiencing some sort of adversity in a romantic situation, and it may be something that is long-term here, okay? So for some of you, it's going to be just during Mercury retrograde, you have had sort of a, and it's not a one-night stand, but, somebody in your life where it was very passionate, very sexual. And just remember, don't make long-term plans, because, it may just be for a healing, maybe just be for your own healing and for your own health, because at this time you are going through a rebirth with this scorpionic period, and you have to honor that not everything is long term, and especially during a very important time like Scorpio energy, October 31st, Mercury retrograde, full moon in Taurus, all of this stuff, you're releasing so much, and you have to honor the cycles of planting the seed, birth, and then, harvest, and then death and decay, and then rebirth, okay? So again, for some of you, you might have been experiencing envy and or adversity in a romantic situation. I'm getting that, first of all, with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is, this is a lot of, this is difficulty, this is adversity, this is a storm, this is fighting, this is also, negative self-talk, anxiety, and depression here. All right, and I love the fact, though, that you have two threes coming out here. The threes here are all about abundance and all about expansion. The Three of Cups is some sort of celebration coming to you, and the Three of Pentacles is all about work. But some of you may have experienced also a third-party situation, or you might have experienced some sort of adversity, and that third party doesn't necessarily have to be another person. Either I'm getting a message that maybe you got involved with somebody who was married or who had a partner already, or you're in a committed relationship and you met somebody, okay, and it may have been very sexually driven. It may have been a one-night stand, or it may be just something that's based on the physical, okay, but some sort of, passionate romance here. And this, this really does speak to third parties, but it could also be that, that work is your third party, okay, that you don't have enough time right now. And you could be doing spiritual work, or it could be just that you're working on yourself and you're working, you're going through, a transformation here, okay? And it could be that you're getting your life in order and you're becoming healthy. For some of you, you may have just gotten out of a relationship, and maybe you met someone, but you didn't have all the time to devote to them because you're really focused on health and abundance and self-care. And I feel like, for some of you also, you might be, you might have gone out, you might have met this person, but then you're really in sort of hibernation mode, and you don't want to, you don't want to go out, you don't want to drink, you don't want to sort of, you feel like that sort of toxic behavior, and so you're sort of staying away. Okay, so I'm getting the Emperor card because I love this for you. This is Aries energy, and the Emperor is all about, standing his ground and setting up boundaries. So I'm getting that, you've done that with this person or with this situation, that you're in a process of setting up boundaries because you are really focused on your health and the transformations that you're going through during this Mercury retrograde period. Now, this may be causing some envy from people around you, okay, and maybe creating a little bit of adversity, because as people see you changing, that may make them look at their faults and maybe where they're not so comfortable, and that's sort of natural. So you just kind of have to let that go. The King of Pentacles speaks to health and money, and it's a very stable energy. It's an earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So again, it just sort of reinforces the idea that you're really working towards your health and your abundance. Now, the Star card is Aquarius energy, and this Aquarius energy is telling me, like, even if you're feeling like, things have been a little bit difficult, okay, you've been experiencing a lot of adversity during this Mercury retrograde, the importance of maintaining that hope. And you are in a process, this rebirth process. So when you're rebirthing here, okay, while you're rebirthing, and I love this because this orange energy is really reminding me of your sacral chakra, and that's all about your creativity and your sexuality and your intimacy and that sort of thing. It's really sort of resonating. I'm getting that message strong, that that may have been a lesson that you're learning here during Mercury retrograde. And as you're rebirthing, be kind, make sure you're drinking enough water, be kind to yourself, and get enough rest. And I think you're setting up these boundaries because things haven't been so easy for you, and you're setting up these boundaries, and you're saying no to going out, you're saying no to maybe spending all your time with this person that you may have met, or maybe you guys are in a long-term relationship, but you're just setting up boundaries within that relationship because you know that you have some healing and rejuvenating to do during this period. And again, that might be causing some problems and maybe some envy as well, okay? Here we have the Nightingale Spirit, which is a reminder for you that love is all around and that you are never alone, okay? So even if this speaks to you with maybe you've met somebody during Mercury retrograde, and you can sort of sense that it might be fizzling out, your soul really does want you to remember that love is all around you no matter what. Your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed, they're all around you. You may also have, friends and family and loved ones all around you as well. Okay, and I love that. And the 4 and the 1 adds up to a 5, okay, which is also even though this is all about love, it's about movement and it's about fluctuation. And that remember that people come and they go in our lives. Okay, but remember the importance of self-care and self-love. And the otter spirit, you are never alone. I mean, I love this because 4 and 2 adds up to 6, and 6 is our love card, and this is harmony, and this is adjustment, and this is alignment. So again, for some of you, you may have mistaken, this sexual healing for love, or that other person may have. And remember, some people just serve a purpose. I'm not saying to use anybody or anything like that. And if you're feeling used, I'm not saying that's necessarily acceptable, but do remember that, people serve a purpose. And especially during Mercury retrograde, this isn't a great time to start a relationship. And I'm really just getting that sexual healing. Like you needed to be healed. So please release this person or this situation, because you know what? You are never alone no matter what. And your soul wants you to know that, okay? And wants you to know that it very well could be after this Mercury retrograde period that you're going to meet somebody very significant and you won't feel alone for very long. All right, so the next card out is the Labradorite card, and I love Labradorite. It's one of my absolute favorites. It speaks about the third eye and the crown chakra, so it's all about making sure that that your vision, tapping into your high priestess energy, where you can pay attention to your dreams and your meditations and the signs and the synchronicities that you're receiving. Labradorite raises your consciousness to connect to mystical dimensions and the highest protective energy. It strengthens your faith in yourself and aids intuitive guidance. You're an intuitive being with the gift of foresight. Keep yourself grounded. The veil between the worlds is thin. Yeah, and that goes back to that October 31st period when we entered Mercury retrograde, okay, where spirit communication was at an all-time high. You could easily confuse yourself with imaginings. Aim for clear insights. Hold on to common sense. It is your most effective tool in assessing intuitions and acting on those that are valid. So yeah, I do want you guys to, this is really important. I am getting that you might be experiencing, envy and adversity either within yourself or around you, but really this is going to give you the insight that you need. And for some of you, it may have been a relationship that was sort of sexually based, or fueled during Mercury retrograde, but you really have to ground yourself. This person may only have been here just to heal you, and then then it might fizzle out. Beware psychic vampires. Ensure that you do not have a leaky aura. You face a temporary setback, but a sudden reversal of fortune is possible. Be careful what you wish for, it may come true. Raise your consciousness to the highest levels. Labradorite indicates capricious love. Oh my gosh, okay, that's just confirmation here. Somebody here was just meant to be in your life, or you were meant to be in someone's life for a very short period of time. Recognize that, okay? Recognize that and then let them go, and recognize that this was just something that you were meant to learn. Okay, so giving your energy away is bad for your health. Establishing an efficient interface with the outside world will protect your well-being. Okay, and this is particular for Leo, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, and helps you opening your third eye. Wow, very interesting. But keep doing what you're doing with your health and your wellness. You're definitely going through a rebirth process. Make sure your self-care is also high at this time. Okay, and that star card, this is Aquarius energy. For some of you, you are Aquarius or you're dealing with Aquarians. And this was a really important lesson that that your soul wanted you to learn. The soul tree, I love this card. This is for my nature lovers out there. But you are becoming more connected to nature, and trees are great holders of wisdom and knowledge. Next time you're near a tree, try asking it what it would like you to know, and listen with an open heart for an inspired response. The same life force that animates you also flows through trees. We are all in this together. Now imagine that trees are physical manifestations of angels. Their divine essence flows deep into trees, as angels are far-reaching in their ability to help, care, and create. Trees, like angels, see and feel without judgment, always emitting an eternal stream of love. Allow angelic tree energy to flow through you, sending roots deep into the ground, forming a solid foundation that enables you to reach higher and deeper into the light and soul of you. Okay? Wow, very nice. Very nice energy, you guys. From this vantage point from above, okay, this is so interesting. You can sculpt your ideas and dreams to be planted upon the earth for you to enjoy through the physical senses. Yeah, definitely. There's some sort of physical relationship here that was very significant during Mercury retrograde for you guys. It may have been very much so a romantic and sexual relationship. But again, this Labradorite is all about, it might have been a capricious relationship, and your soul really wanted you to learn this lesson that some people are not meant to be around for a long time, but just for a short period of time. Okay, for those of you that chose quartz, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and comment if you would like to at the end of this video. And I love you all, and I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful, or have had and continue to have and had a beautiful Mercury retrograde.